You have absolutely nothing to lose. Okay. And as I said, if you told her you're going to call her, then make sure you give her a call. And if you've invited them to a success event, follow up immediately with a little postcard and say, it was so great to meet you, Cassandra. I was so happy to meet you with the class, and I'm really looking forward to your coming and having a complimentary manicure Tuesday night, and I'm going to have a nail polish of your choice as my appreciation gift for your time. Well, tell me, she's not going to come for her appreciation gift of a Mary Kay polish? That's better than taking her out for a cup of coffee. It costs less to do that. 2 cups of coffee and a tip costs more than the cost of that nail, doesn't it, that nail polish? So think about that. I don't do lunches. I don't do expensive breakfasts. I don't take people to dinner. I never did that. I work in the arena of a success meeting, in the arena of a Mary Kay class. I am not a lunch person. I don't want to do that. It's hard to do an interview with somebody while you're eating. It's just not my style. It may be your style and it may work for you, and if it does, please don't change it. It's just something that I chose early on in my career to try to do everything right at the class or right at the success event. So that's exactly what they would do, because they will model your behavior. People will model what you do. They will do exactly what's been done to them to their future potential people. So make sure what you're modeling for them is exactly what you want them to do. Okay, right from the beginning. Okay, well, my recruiting strategy, as I shared with you, first and foremost, was using the 4-point recruiting plan. It was just something that I developed. It's something that I thought was, an appropriate thing to do, and my results were astounding. I brought some things with you. With me to share with you, and it's just a letter that I got from Mary Kay herself on April 22nd of 1982. You can tell I'm a saver. It's funny, I did a workshop one time, and my gynecologist was there. The man who delivered my children, he was sitting in the front row because his wife became my beauty consultant on my team. And after this whole presentation of important documents that I kept, he said, "Did you iron those before you showed those? How did you keep those in such great shape?" And I thought, that's a strange question. But I value things that really were milestones in my career. Like the first note that I got from Debbie, that was a milestone for me. You may want to save some things, because when you're a national sales director, that memorabilia really does help people to see that you were at the same place at one time that they are. And this little thing says, "Dear gold medal winner." This was my first gold medal letter from Mary Kay. In the Olympics, the very highest award obtainable is the gold medal. And in Mary Kay, winning a gold medal is also considered to be a tremendous achievement, for it means that you have sponsored 5 people into our company in a single calendar month. We are so proud of you and congratulate you on this feat. Someone once said, "The mind once stretched to a new dimension can never return to its former dimension. The reward for doing a good job is the ability to do better. Much love, Mary Kay." And I used to do this to see if she really signed it, and she did. I have smear proofs to show you. Well, when I got that letter and that recognition from Mary Kay herself with her personal signature, that was something that drove me to want to continue to use the 4-point recruiting plan at my classes. So 13 months later, I get this letter, and it said, and I just want to share the end of this run here. "What a fantastic recruiter you are. I wanted you to know how proud I am of you for earning 16 consecutive gold medals. Certainly you are a master at sharing our Mary Kay opportunity with others, and I applaud your achievement. I'm sure that you are disappointed." This is how real Mary Kay is. "I'm sure that you are disappointed that you broke your winning streak." She'll never know. "By not earning a gold medal in July, but I have no doubt in my mind that you will soon be on that gold medal list once again, for it is obvious that winning gold medals has become a, underline, habit for you. Thank you for being the tremendous pace setter that you are." Then this time I got a "You are wonderful" handwritten besides just her name. So I want you to know that Mary Kay watches what you do. But let me share with you, the reason why I'm sharing these with you is because I was able to get those 16 gold medals consecutive because I held 3 to 4 classes every single week. It became my work discipline. It became my mode of operation. When you make the decision up here and your heart is just pounding out of your chest and your heart and your mind connect, you have a great work ethic. Because this creative side and this part of your heart that's pumping the adrenaline through your body makes it all happen. And then you get letters like these from Mary Kay. I can tell you today, if you write Mary Kay a letter, you'll get a response. And I believe that in her condition today, not being able to speak, she reads and responds to everything. Everything. So let her know that you've made a decision to make gold medals a regular way of conducting business because you love this opportunity so much that you need to give it away. Because that's your passion, is to give it away. Okay? So, gold medal strategy from your classes. There are naturally other areas from which to build your team, not the least of which occurs at your facials and double facials. I mean, sometimes we book a class and it turns into a double facial. That's okay. At least you've got the appointment at the time slot filled. And in a more intimate setting, I was able to ask many more interacting questions with people. Questions like, tell me what you love about your life. And they just start talking, and I'll say, what do you love about your career? And they tell me, and then I'll say, if you could change one thing in your life right now, what would it be? Whatever that area of dissatisfaction is for her is the area that you can open and walk through the Mary Kay door of the opportunity with her. But there has to be an area of dissatisfaction. And when you're doing a one-on-one facial or a double facial, you have many, many opportunities just to talk with her, and chat with her about her life and find out what drives her and what her, insecurities might be, or, where you really believe a Mary Kay career would benefit her. The other thing is I always have my little information career packets with me. And after a facial, there's absolutely no reason not to leave her an information packet. Those information packets are really pennies to put together, but they're worth dollars and just huge down the road. But you will never be able to recruit as much or build your team if you don't have those packets with you on hand. So you have to be prepared. It's so important to do what Debbie said. Order those agreements in advance. Have them in advance. You don't want those agreements sitting in your house. You want to make sure you're putting them in your reorder bags. You want to make sure you're putting them down at your classes, and you're giving them to your hostess, and they're in all of your packets, but you've got to have them. Of course, another endless source for team building, candidates and referrals, is your customer profiles. Of hearing Daylene do speeches, she always said, your pink tickets are worth gold, because those are your customers who already have a relationship with you. Your customers, they know you, they trust you, they listen to your advice, they reorder from you, they hostess classes for you. They certainly deserve and warrant a Mary Kay piece of literature to help them become aware of the opportunity. Have you been in a Mary Kay event before and you have watched one of your customers come in on someone else's arm? Maybe you have never asked her, is Mary Kay something you would ever consider hearing more about, but somebody else did, and she didn't know that there's this golden rule thing going on, and she just was so excited because I love the product. No, my consultant never asked me. So it's important for you to make sure that you are doing those things, the follow-through in calling your customers. Let me give you some ideas about approaching them. There's a myriad of different ways that you can do that. First of all, you want to make an all-out effort to call each one of them. An all-out effort to call each one of them. Just start working through them. And I'm telling you, start with your A's and go through your Z's. And it may take a 2-week process. It may take 2 days. It depends on the size of your customer base. It may take a month. It depends on how long you've been in and how seasoned you are and how many customers that you are talking about. But here's what I do. I call it Mary Kay Awareness Month. I'm calling my customers to say, I didn't know, Jill, if you knew that it's Mary Kay Awareness Month. We just wonder if you've ever been aware of the benefits of a Mary Kay opportunity. I know you're aware of what a wonderful product line we have, but have you ever been, told about the wonderful Mary Kay career opportunity? Mary Kay says our customers always make the greatest Mary Kay beauty consultants because you're in love with the product. And that's just one of the greatest things is if you love the product, it's easy to share something you love with a friend. Another thing, you might want to call it Customer Appreciation Month. You may want to just call and say, hey, Jill, this is Kathy Halou. I just wanted to call you and tell you that March is Customer Appreciation Month. And I just want you to know I appreciate you. You have been one of my best customers. You've been a tremendous hostess. You've been a great friend. And I just wanted you to know that I really appreciate you. And I'm going to have a spring fling or a spring sale. Or I've got this event coming up, and I'd like to invite you to be my very special guest. In fact, I know you haven't had an opportunity to try our new Salon Direct products. They're out now. I would love the opportunity to come by or have you hostess a group so we can let you get your products at a wonderful discount as hostessing a Mary Kay class. Or just start calling them and saying, I'm just calling to, just let you be aware of what a great opportunity Mary Kay is for women. And if I could, in your next reorder, just go ahead and include some literature and just have you fill out this little survey, I'm going to give you this as a little extra special bonus this month. There's all kinds of ways that you can do the things that you want to do. Another consideration is, let's see, this is March. April is Secretaries Month. Call all your secretaries next month and tell them that you're appreciating them as customers. And secretaries, I mean, golly Moses, they probably would really love a Mary Kay opportunity. Mary Kay career. And in May, it's Nurses Month. Call all the nurses in your profile in May. June, call brides or school teachers. They're getting their freedom for the summer. So think of all the different categories of people that you could call because of the month, and that they're being honored, because Hallmark honors everybody for everything every month, right? So you might as well jump in on the advertising that's already out there. And you might as well just take advantage of that as well. So the script goes like this. I'll just go ahead and say it. Hi, Debbie. I've made a decision to obtain the position of sales director with Mary Kay. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you as one of my loyal Mary Kay customers. And as part of my training, I've been challenged to conduct 10 practice interviews this month. And of course, I selected 10 of my best customers, or my favorite customers, or my funniest customers, or whatever she is to you, to help me meet this challenge. Is there any reason why you and I couldn't spend 30 minutes together so I can share this information with you? And I'm going to have an awesome appreciation gift. I always have an appreciation gift for everybody. An awesome appreciation gift for you just because you helped me out. And you know what, Debbie? This may or may not be for you, and that's okay. You know all the facts, and you could possibly refer someone to me. So can I count on you to be one of my 10 people that I share the information plan with? And you know what? She's probably going to say yes, because you're asking her to help you to meet. So before you do it, you might want to write out your script. You might want to make sure that you've said it a few times. Practice with your recruiter. Practice with another consultant that both of you have joined hands and said, we're going to the top together, and practice that together. A power partner is a powerful thing. Somebody who really, you can power up and say, encourage me today. I need encouragement. I'm going to go out and do this, and you go out and do that, and let's just hook back together and let each other know. We'll be accountable in a powerful, positive way. There's no negativity and no whining. It's always a powerful power partner. Okay, so anyway, just let her know that you've been challenged. And I'll tell you one other thing that I've done. A terrific incentive to sit down with a product-loving customer is to offer her next reorder at the same price that you get it at. I'm not saying to make a habit of this or to get into a habit of offering them, for listening to the Mary Kay opportunity, their product at half price all the time. But one time, if you're working for a special goal and she loves our product, you may want to consider saying, if you sit down with me and I share this information with you, I'll let you have your next reorder at half price. When somebody gets a $100 retail reorder and they pay $50 for it, they are so excited by the savings that their little ears are a little more open to hearing about the Mary Kay marketing plan, even if it's, not anything they really plan on pursuing right now, because they love the discount. Every woman loves a discount, okay? And it kind of whets her appetite to consider this kind of purchasing on a regular basis. Okay, another way to prospect, of course, is Mary Kay has always said use the 3-foot rule. The 3-foot rule is as old as dirt, but let me tell you what it means. Anyone that comes within 3 feet of you, woo, that big circle, you talk to them about Mary Kay, because if you don't, somebody else will. And Mary Kay says, I look at women in one of 3 ways. I look at them as a possible customer, I look at them as a possible hostess, or a possible recruit, or all 3 in that order. A customer, a hostess, and a prospective recruit. And that's what we should do. And people are all around you. And I just want to share a story with you again about a prospect list. I always had a prospect list, always. I had a legal pad, a yellow legal pad, and every time I came from a class, if I met somebody very sharp, I'd put her name on there, I'd put her phone number, and I'd say super sharp, and I would stay with a list of 20 to 25 names constantly. When they recruited, I would put a big star or a smiley face by there, and if they were a maybe, I'd kind of just, leave their name alone, and if they were just flat out no, but they loved the product, I'd send them a thank you note anyway, maybe not at this time in your life, but I continued to remember them when I sent a reorder. And when I send a reorder, I'd say, I still think you would be outstanding as a Mary Kay consultant. I would love to work with you and have you on my team. Think about it, smiley face. And I used to stick smiley faces on my sales tickets or hearts, anything, but I would always continually plant the seed of savings to a person who regularly reorders from me, because sometimes it's just circumstances that allows her not to think she can do it at this point in her life. Or maybe her need changes and maybe things are, not like they used to be 2 years ago when you met her. So constantly remember to put things like that on your regular reordering customers' sales ticket receipts. Okay, let's see. I'm going through all this. Okay. So I'm going to this retreat. They gave us all a 5x7 index card, and they said, start thinking of everybody that you know, everybody that has skin. And then think about sharing Mary Kay information with all these names, and the person who writes the most names down is going to win this ring. Well, I wanted the ring. I didn't want the recruits. I wanted the ring. And I thought, she didn't say I had to recruit them. She just said I had a person with the most names. And so I wrote down over 500 names, and I won this little ring. But let me tell you what happened. That was the beginning of the gold medal streak. You see, because activity stimulates results, and I became active and aggressive in writing the names down to win. What I really won was a team. A diamond bumblebee. I sat on the throne. I got a fur coat. I had a unit. I won the ring. I won that ring. And I wore that ring that she gave me until my finger was black. And my husband said, take that thing off. I said, no, I won it. He said, it's ugly. I said, I don't care. I earned this. Isn't it amazing? The things that we would do for stuff, because it's the recognition, it's the work behind, it's setting the goal and achieving the goal. It isn't the actual prize itself. It's the personal growth that leads up to what the end result is. You feel good because you're growing. And so you must start a prospect list, because that activity stimulates results. Many times we wait to get inspired. We go, I'm not ready. I don't have that recruiting mindset yet. You'll never have it until you have perspiration. Perspiration creates inspiration. Inspiration does not create perspiration. We rarely get inspired to do something that's out of our comfort zone. We have to start doing, and then it starts getting more comfortable, and then the inspiration comes, and then we are gone. We are gone. We're mission then. So you have to start that prospect list. Okay, where do you find people? You say, gosh, I don't know anybody. Well, I don't care if you're brand new and don't know a soul in this city. How about somebody from your school or college? How about somebody from your old job? Because, see, we have no territories to bind us right here. We can build our business anywhere. How about the person from your church that you just met? How about somebody through your spouse? How about something through a municipal activity? How about somebody that you rent or bought your home from? How about somebody that lives right on your right side of you and somebody that lives on your left side of you? How about the person who sold you your house? How about the person who checks you out at the grocery store? Or the person who takes your dry cleaning every week? The person that works at your doctor's office or your dentist's office? The person who sells you clothes or sells you shoes? The person who gives your children music lessons? The person who is your child's scout leader? The person who waits on you at your favorite table at your favorite restaurant? How about the person who does your hair? Okay, how about the person, your bank teller, or your florist? Or the nurse that took care of you at the hospital? Or who was your maid of honor? Who was your best friend? Who's your next door neighbor? Who's your cleaning lady? Who was the woman you met at the dentist office while you were both sitting there, or did you not meet her? How about the person you bumped into at the bank waiting in line? How about your children's teachers? How about the secretary at their school? How about the person you met while you were on vacation? First line director. How about the person who checked you into the hotel or the motel? How about the person who sold you your eyeglasses? How about the person who fills your prescriptions? How about the person you met at the local business luncheon, or your secretary at your attorney's office? The person who sold you your last piece of jewelry, the last time you bought a painting? Who gave you decorating advice? Who's the woman in the newspaper that just got a promotion? How about the person to the optometrist? How about people that are everywhere in your life? I mean, gosh, if you woke up tomorrow morning and said, I'm going to count the number of people that I see every day in my life today, you would be well over 30 people that you would bump into if you just took your time at really counting the number of people that you visually see and could come in contact if you really wanted to. Prospecting is as simple as being aware of your surroundings wherever you are, and then being prepared to meet those people. Being prepared means wearing your Mary Kay pin wherever you go. Do you know, when I came in, I was so shy, which really is so hard for me to even imagine myself shy now. But do you know that I used to wear my Mary Kay pin wherever I went, and that's how I warm book people. They would ask me about my pin. And then I would be able to go ahead and talk as soon as the ice was broken. That's how I was able to do that. You have to be prepared by having a smile with you at all times. You know, a smile is what, just makes people feel good when you smile at them. And I don't think we do it often enough for people. I don't think we smile often enough. And it's really amazing when somebody smiles at you, will say, oh, I wonder what she wants. Isn't that sad to think that we have gotten that scary in the society that we think a smile means something else besides a friendly greeting? So we need to be giving lots of those smiles away. If you can't wear a Mary Kay pin to your other job, how about 2 pins and wear them as earrings? They work and they're beautiful. They look really classy. Just poke them right through your ears. You guys, they work. Debbie and I wear our diamond bumblebees through our ears, and the first time she heard of that, she said, you mean we're going to stick that pin? I said, you stick an earring in your ear? Sure. Just put the pins through your ears. Order an extra one. They look super. Another thing you may want to consider is you can wear the Ladder of Success pin. You want to make sure you're a star consultant. That is a really unusual and exquisite piece of jewelry that people will ask you about. A Ladder of Success pin. Make sure you have your Mary Kay black tote bag with you. Carrying a Mary Kay black tote bag with the gold lettering, that really is it's a showstopper. You can carry things back and forth to work. If you're a mother and you've got baby little things with you, use it as the mother's diaper bag. If you are a knitter or a reader or anything, any extracurricular activity, you're going to work out at the gym, take your Mary Kay black bag, and set it wherever you go. Take it to work with you every day with your lunch in it, and your thermos, and all your beauty books, and all your samples. That's right, take your store, your portable store. But it's just real important for you to know that people are everywhere, and there's no shortage of people out there that have not been asked that they, is Mary Kay, have you ever had, anyone ever taken the time to give you your complimentary manicure or makeover with Mary Kay? That is a standard thing that I always say. Excuse me, has anyone ever taken the time to offer you your complimentary manicure or makeover with Mary Kay? They haven't? Oh my gosh, please take my card. I would love to be the first one to introduce you to the Mary Kay product line. It's the #1 brand of skincare and color cosmetics for 5 consecutive years. And you hand her your card. You can do that. Has anyone ever taken the time? That's like, people are so busy that, gosh, I bet you they've just skipped right over you. I was never warm booked. I was 27 years old. Nobody ever offered me a Mary Kay facial. Never. Never. How many of you have been warm booked? You haven't? Wait, really, raise your hand if you were warm booked. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 5. Imagine that. Warm booking. It's a lost art. Nobody's doing it. Does that mean you're doing it at all those classes you're holding? Or are we not doing it? Think about it. What an avenue. So always carry your business cards with you. It's really important to do that. It is amazing. I cannot believe that. I really, truly cannot. I was just sharing with Debbie. I was out shopping the other night, and it was 9:30, and I had just had dinner with my 2 girls, and my husband was working that night. And my daughter says to me, Mom, you don't have any eye makeup on, do you? And I said, no. But I'm not going to see anybody. It doesn't matter. And she said, okay. I had lipstick on. So we stop and do some little last-minute running and shopping, and I see this woman, and I'm stalking her. She is so sharp, I can hardly stand myself. I'm staring at her thinking, I'm gogged out over her. She's pregnant. She's adorable. She's got great-looking legs in this short dress, and she's pregnant. She looks super. Her hair is coiffed. Her makeup is perfect. It was pulled in a ponytail. She had these glasses on. I thought, man, if she would let her hair down and take off those glasses, look out, world. This girl is gorgeous. And so I stared at her the whole time. The store was closing. I go out in my car, and we get in this car, and I said, I can't leave. I got to give her a card. And my kid said, you can't do that. My older daughter says, don't embarrass me. I thought, you little twit, you have no idea that you're in this pink Cadillac because that's what I did. And my other daughter said, Mom, you forgot you don't have any eye makeup on. I said, I don't care. It's dark outside. It's 9:45. So the woman comes walking out of the store, and she's pulling this big carry-on pull-on that she bought in a little baby outfit. I watched what she was buying. And I'm sitting there like some stalker. And I get out of my car, and I said, don't be afraid, it's me. I said, I just had to tell you that I was staring at you in there because I think you are so sharp, and I would never forgive myself, never, if I did not extend my business card to you. You are. She just looks at me. She goes, I'm in Mary Kay. I said, boy, do we pick winners? she said, but I'm not active. I've been in for 6 years and I haven't done anything. And so, of course, we exchanged cards. And she said, I need to see a class. I said, oh, you can come to mine. And then I went into the spiel. I don't have any makeup on. This is my pink Cadillac. She thought it was great. And I handed her my card. She goes, National Sales Director. So anyway, we get in the car and we laughed all the way home. And I said, that's how I built my business. And it takes a lot of nerve to do that. I'm still not comfortable with it today. Even if I had makeup on, I would have still had that knot in my stomach. But sometimes you do the things that are not comfortable, just because it's going to be a reward down the road. And she was very flattered. She was very complimented. And that's how people are when somebody like you goes up to them and says, I would never forgive myself because you're so sharp. And you must mean that, and then you can say it very authentically, and people believe it. So anyway, let me just kind of close out this session by saying that bringing a Mary Kay prospect into our company and onto your own team can sometimes best be described as the layering process. We have many conversations with her. We invite her to one or more events. Then she hostesses several classes or one class. Then we give her literature. Then we give her a tape, maybe a video. Then we send her a note of encouragement. Then we pray. Then we worry. Then we wonder. Then we pray again. And then we re-invite her. Then we send her another reorder with a note suggesting she consider the discount that she would be receiving on her product. Then we gently continue to tell her that she would be great and that we would be so excited to welcome her into our unit. We don't attack her. We just continually attract her in different ways, different forms. You layer her with different styles, over and over again. Just keep layering the process of inviting her to become a part of your opportunity. But you never, ever, ever give up. Ask yourself, how many times, how was I layered into the company? Go through your own process and think, how long did it take me? I was introduced. I was interviewed, I read information, I thought about it, I asked all my friends about it, then I got a note from her, then I went to a workshop, then finally I said yes. So don't be discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. But be encouraged if you continually layer and layer and layer, because all you're doing is telling her that you would love to have her as a customer, but you would also thoroughly enjoy working with her at the other level. Okay? And of course, the last thing I want to say is when you're looking for somebody, make sure there's a need. It might be financial, it might be friendships, it might be excitement of travel for her, it might be just a self-esteem issue, it might be personal growth. And the basic characteristic of finding somebody is she willing to learn? And is there a need? Does she have a desire to change things in her life? And is she willing to go to work? Because sharing the Mary Kay opportunity is not about you. It's all about filling a need for someone else and listening long enough to find out what her need is. To borrow a quote from someone, a person all wrapped up in self is usually overdressed. We have a gift to give away, this Mary Kay opportunity. And if we would just sharpen our skills and put our antenna up and make sure that we are layering people, you will not even believe what will happen to your business. And Debbie's going to share with you right now exactly step by step how to invite the guest to the meeting and then follow through with her, car conversations, what to say when you get home, what to say during the meeting, how to react and interact with her. She's going to give you that whole wonderful process about bringing people to success events. So bring Debbie up with a round of applause.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about guest to functions. How to get them there. 3 weeks into my Mary Kay career, I sat down with my director and I said, okay, I want your position. And she said, wonderful. Now, do you think that would happen if I had said that to my boss in corporate America? I want your job. He would have said, wonderful, and next day I would have been switched to another department. But in Mary Kay, my director gladly embraced that thought and said, now let me tell you how. And the very first thing that came out of her mouth were the most important words to my career, and I'm going to share them with you right now. She said, never come alone again. Never come alone again. Very simple group of words that really changed the direction of my business. I was young when I came in Mary Kay. It was a very impressionable time. Anything she told me to do, I would have done. I would have jumped off the roof of the Holiday Inn and asked her on the way down why I was doing it, because I wanted her position. And I realized early on, if you do the things from the people that are wearing the suits and walking the walk, you'll probably end up there as well. So learn from the people that are in the positions that you want, because they've done what is necessary to get there. But she did say, never come alone again. Always bring a guest. And what happened was, from that day forward, I committed to always bringing a guest to my success meetings or anything that was going on locally in the area that I could. What happened was 9 months later, I was submitting my letter to become a director with Mary Kay. And I promise you, it was nothing more than never coming alone again, because for the next months, I never attended a meeting alone. I always brought someone. It was either a hostess from that week, it was someone that I had met through my walk of Mary Kay for the week, but I had made a conscious decision to not come alone again, because that's what she told me to do. And those of you that have shared your functions with guests know exactly what I'm talking about. They may walk in exactly that, a guest, and may walk out your new best friend, or may walk out a lifer with you, or they may walk out just a supportive Mary Kay customer who goes and tells the world how great the Mary Kay organization is. And that's okay too, don't you agree? I always looked at my meetings as a great PR place. If for no other reason, they should come and see what it is that I'm so excited about in hopes for them. But if nothing else, they may know someone after being there, or better yet, they'll really be supportive of the company, the product, and the opportunity. So really look at your Mary Kay events as really the place to educate people to what we are all about, not just the opportunity. Kathy made that a dedication early on in her business once she decided to do something with this business. And any meeting I came into Toledo, I could count on her being there with at least 3 to 5 guests.